Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Trucking with me, Rollcase TV, where I do the best I can with what I've got. Because people say he does the best he can. He did. Yeah, anyway, people tell me he does the best he can with what he's got, and I agree with them. But I know it's not all talent, but it is a lot of fumbled intros and a lot of support from MLVC. Thank you much, ML. I really appreciate it. He's here for SnowRunner. I'm here for SnowRunner. So let's get some SnowRunner going and stop yabbering at the mouth. Let's see. I am taking myself and dragging this other truck over to here. That's step one. And I'm taking a bunch of stuff up here. That's step two. Let's see if we can get both of those steps done within the next hour. Let's attach the winch to... What? I'm too close? I can't winch to the guy because I'm too close. I hate that. All right, let's get a little farther away then. I can't be too far away. I can't be too close. Now, can I see him now? What? Why can't I winch the truck? It's right there. There's no dot on the truck. Oh, for goodness sakes. Oh, I am already attached to him. Oh, when I stopped the engine, I thought it unhitched. Okay. Well, never mind. That's on me. Turn on his engine. Let's go. Get back in the cab so I can get out of trailer view. I am here with fuel and concrete slabs. And I'm in the ZiKZ 612H Mastodon. Part of easy mode for me is to use all paid DLC vehicles. I do recommend getting this vehicle if you're starting with the game. I don't necessarily recommend that you get all the extra DLC. Buy the seasons though. Definitely buy the yearly passes. Those are very unbelievable amounts of content for the game. 5-year-old game and they're still releasing new content for it. Yes, I am here in Yukon, Nikon, we all con for Canada. Anyways, why is this guy? You never slow down, truck. You never go very fast. You never slow down. This thing is a monster. This is quote-unquote easy mode playthrough, which just means I'm playing with powerful trucks, quick start trucks. It's just a normal mode game. Do you want the lights on? I do. And it's also 100%, which means that I not only complete all of the required tasks, but I complete everything, all the tasks, all the contracts, all the contests. I don't get gold in all the contests, but I complete them. And I also do everything I can to scout every pixel on the map. But so far, the only map I haven't been able to scout every pixel on is the one in Michigan where you can't see out beyond the shore. I also clear off all the cargo. If there's temporary cargo at a warehouse, I make sure I clear that off of the map. Anything laying on the ground, I clear that off the map. I'll use it if I can, but if I can't use it and there's spare cargo somewhere, I'll just pick it up and delete it. I sell all the trailers that I can. Sometimes you can't sell the trailers because trailers you got to drop off somewhere and then they turn into ghost trailers. You can't sell them. All you can do is drive them around. 100%, and it's for the most part, a blind playthrough. I have watched some other people play the game, in particular Wesley on Wheels. Shout out to him. I'm not caught up with Wessel. He's way ahead of me. He's on the latest, the last year, or the last announced year, year 5. But yes, it is pretty much a blind playthrough. I did have to go on the wiki and look up how to open up the garage on the second map in Kola Peninsula, which I didn't consider cheating only because Kola Peninsula is unfair. Other than that, and because it's a blind playthrough, I'm not the best at planning out my route. I'm surprised that I'm actually... It's unlike me to actually tow a truck behind me because I know I'll need to get that fuel over to where I'm going for this contract. But I'm almost done with this contract. I'll be able to deliver the last 2 concrete slabs and 1 more fuel, which means I'll be 4 fuel short. Then I'll come back, pick up the fuel that's on this other truck that I'm dragging behind, and get 2 more fuel at the station here. I think I got, yeah, which will be the last 2 fuel that are at the station. And then I'll be good to go. I'm not sure I'm going to get this all in this hour for YouTube, but if you're watching on Twitch, I've got 3 more hours to go after this. Finish this up, take another break, and then I got 3 more hours to go. Because I do long streams. If you're interested, if you're watching on YouTube and you're interested in watching me on Twitch, twitch.tv/RollCageOnABarTV. The address is in the bottom left corner there on the screen. And I stream SnowRunner every Sunday starting at 12:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time, which is Minnesota time where I live. Or if you find Minnesota hard to type, you can look up Iowa time. It's also Chicago time, but Chicago is harder to type than Iowa. If you're not from America, you might not know how to spell Chicago. Where Iowa is I-O-W-A. It's easy to spell. I-O-W-A. I suppose in some languages you might not know how to type up Iowa. Like if you were in France, you might think it ends in E-U-X or something. I don't know. Yuba. I'm not making fun of the French. I'm practically in Canada, in Minnesota, so French speakers. Although I don't live anywhere near French Canada. I used to, when I grew up farther east, so I wasn't too far away from Quebec, but they keep Quebec like away from. It's not easy to get to America. You got to cross through some other. You got to cross through Ontario or Labrador or Newfoundland or something. I don't think. Quebec, there's no place in Quebec that borders America, is there? Yeah, I've got a truck behind me that's going to get caught on these rocks. And he is sideways and lost all of his cargo. Well, how about that? I was not paying attention. Let's get him righted up. And now we will stop the engine. Release the winch. Put on my parking brake. Well, that's turned into a disaster. Where did he lose his cargo? Can I just back up? Right here. Okay, that's not far away. No, wait. Why is that? Oh, I'll just back up and get it. How did I see? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I bet he tipped like on the water or something. Well, it's all roads from here on out, so he should be fine, but I gotta go grab him. Now we know why the truck was going slow. Yeah, that's right. I was saying, why can't I get through this water? I'm slowing down going through this water. Well, that's because the truck tipped over. All right. Whoops. Trying to go in reverse. Reverse is this button. Oh, and I went too wide. That's okay. This truck got a really good crane on him. Not going to be an issue. It's over there, right? Yeah, it's back that way. Now we know why the truck was going slow. Yeah, I'm not paying attention. Go around the corner. Yeah, no problems. Wham. At this point, I'm probably close enough I don't have to tell them, but I am. See what happens? You try to save time, and this is what happens. That crane can reach that. Anchors, crane mode. Oops. We're doing this easy mode, very sloppy, just flipping up over the... Oh, it's not going to go through the truck now. All right. Come over here. Even easy mode can't save you when you get embedded in the truck. There. Now. The American crane, I can get away with a lot more. Whoops. Wrong controller. Did I not say winch control? Alright, same thing. Let's drag it over here. No shortcuts in SnowRunner, just punishment. Yeah, I guess. Come on, drag it over here. Drag it over here. Just, it's all pain, all the way pain. All right, good enough. Only a very short detour. Now see, I only have 27 gallons, so I do need that other truck to help me out a little bit. It is to the right, right? Yeah. I just have to pay more attention, which I hate to do. I'm not a pay attention kind of guy, in case no one noticed. I'm a pain kind of guy. I take shortcuts and I pay the price. I'm not the only one. Let's actually get a little fuel. Well, I can't do it from here. Refuel. Am I not close enough? What is the problem with... I should be able to refuel the truck from my tanks. The other truck. Oh, for goodness sakes. The fuel tanks are too far away. The trailer's too long. Now? No, Now? No, it's still not showing up. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He runs out of fuel, he runs out of fuel. Actually, let's... Now he can refuel. Okay. From the service kit to the Brigadier. Okay. Now I will definitely be fine. This is what I love about this game, having to adapt. No, wrong truck. Did I not change truck? Attach winch from here to there. Okay, let's go. Go into trailer mode. So knowing the guys. No! Did I not change trucks? No, I did change trucks. Oh, I know why, because I got his engine on. Turn his engine off for a second so I can get past him. Okay, now I can turn his engine on. A little bit tighter. Alright. Okay, now I'll know if something goes wrong with them. You know, sometimes turning their engine on isn't the best thing. If they're faster than you, and this guy is definitely faster than me. Yeah, I gave him all that fuel and now I'm just gonna leave his engine off, because otherwise he runs past me. I gave him fuel for nothing. The disadvantage is when I hit the brakes, he's gonna run into me, but I got the line too taut too. One thing, Expeditions, not really a huge fan of that game, but one thing about Expeditions is you can't let out the tow line. I mean, it's a cool game. I haven't really played it. I've watched some people play it. Expedition is not my thing. Roadcraft is definitely my thing. And I'm sure the next game that they've announced, which is basically a road highway driving game a la Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator, which I think they're coming on console as well. I play on console. All us console players need to stick together. No rivalry between consoles as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Not going to refill the not going to turn off the engine. I don't want to oh yeah, I lost a gallon in the time it took me to refill. What time is it? Is it late enough for morning? It is. Easy mode, skip the night. Just imagine that my driver fell asleep. He decided to take a quick nap, get a good 6 hours of sleep in. 9 hours of sleep in. He got a good 8 hours of sleep at the gas station with the engine running and the tow rope on. One thing is there's only one driver, so he can do that. I did watch someone, oh, I wish I could remember the name, watch someone that was doing a Let's Play, a playthrough of the game, And he did it like in role play, which was really cool. He never auto-loaded the cargo. He always, I think it was playing in normal mode, but he never loaded the cargo. He always used the crane to load the cargo. Always made sure he loaded it just right so that when he packed it, it didn't, you know, like shift around. He also, again, I see here, turning on the engine is a good idea. Whoops, wrong button. Yeah, he was pretty fun to watch. He was also into RC cars. This thing is so close. Back off. I'm afraid it's gonna collide in his collision box and mine. Yeah, it was fun. He had his wife on, did some multiplayer. And his name I can't remember. He's not still going with it. I mean, he did. He started like when the game first came out and he did through the base game, I think, and that was it. But yeah, there's all kinds of SnowRunner content out there. If you go to, what is it, speedruns.com or something like that, speedrun.net, speedruns.com, I don't know. There are some speedruns out there for the game, and there is a category for speedrunning through the various regions. Most of the speed runs that are on there, now there may be a dedicated SnowRunner speedrun site. If you know of one, whisper me on Twitch or leave a comment on YouTube. Oh, speaking of comments on YouTube, there should still be, when this YouTube video comes out, there should still be, it'll be before the end of December, a poll up on my YouTube channel under my postings asking if you want to join a YouTube community. I have not set up a community. There's a little maintenance to it, so I'm not going to set it up unless I get people saying yes, they would definitely join the community. What the community does is it lets you basically post stuff to my YouTube wall. It's not like a full Discord, it's kind of like a miniature Discord where I open up the postings page to everybody. And hopefully that means you'll actually maybe get announcements in your feed on YouTube, because it's nearly impossible to get posts. Anyway, so when this comes out on YouTube, there should be a pinned comment in the YouTube description leading you to that poll. And if you are interested and you are almost sure you want to join, then go ahead and say yes to that poll. There's going to be multiple options. Yes, I definitely want to join. Well, I might join if other people join, that kind of thing. I'll get back to you later, which means you're not going to join. Well, I would like to join, except, why am I stuck now? Okay. Because that guy's engine died. But he's still upright. Oh, no, nope, see? Too close. Okay. Now. I'm going to turn this engine off. I got really scared there. It doesn't happen as much as it used to, but still occasionally you might get collision box errors where when that happens, oh, woe unto you. Pull him, what side am I? I guess I'll pull him well over here. Whoops, wrong button. Sorry. Pull him out of the way. Yeah, if you've seen videos, there are videos on YouTube of people showing off the bug of when they attach to a trailer, they'll get a collision box conflict and everything will go flying through the air. Like I said, it doesn't happen nearly as often as it once did, but yeah, still occasionally with new maps, I think there's some seams in the new maps that might cause that to happen. That should be good enough. Now, I marked the rest of my way to dropping this thing off. Oh, did I turn the engine off on the other guy? Yes, his engine is off. Okay. Well, I'll stop this engine as well. Yeah, it's pretty funny when it happens to someone else. But like I said, they worked on it a lot to try to get that stuff happening. And it rarely happens now, but occasionally on one of the new maps, when they first come out, maybe there'll be a seam like in the map. And if you hit one of those, or you're sitting on one of those, it could still happen. Because the map sections aren't quite level with each other, you know, they're off by a few pixels, and so the trailer you're in front of the trailer and you're actually at a bit lower level, and you know the trailer's at a bit higher level, and so when you try to join it, it gets confused, and yeah, it can be a pain, but okay, I am coming up there. I might need to get fuel, but probably not until on my way back. Oh, I shouldn't worry about it. Yeah, I'm going there. That's where the trailer store is, right? Yeah, I think the game has matured. As of the time I'm playing this, I think they just went past their 5th anniversary. Okay, now I need to go here. If I do, I will drop the trailer off. If I do need fuel, I'll drop the trailer off. And somewhere through here, the trail picks up. I'm not sure exactly where it is. Goes through this valley. On these trees. And now you can see the trail where it is on the map. Delicately around here. I actually really like this map. It's well, maybe it's because I played Kola Peninsula before I got to this map. Kola Peninsula is awful. All right, let's go. I mean, I have a lot of extra fuel with me, so that's not an issue. I will bypass the trailer until I'm on my way back. Actually, there is a trailer store at the train station. I can bypass it all the way. Yeah, Kola Peninsula, awful place with an awful map. I would joke, because so many of the roads are mismarked, or they say that a road goes through there when it actually can't go through, but it doesn't show the vox or the obstruction on the map. And also it has crackly ice that you can fall into, and so you don't dare go, and you don't know where it is. It's not like obvious like on the other crackly ice maps. So yeah, I say that the map they give you in the game is like a 20-year-old MapQuest map. If you ever used MapQuest back in the day, it's not like a modern Google Earth map. It's an old MapQuest map that's out of date. Now, once I'm done with this big contract, I got a couple more big contracts to do. I'm not going to get to the second map until I don't know when. I'm hoping the second map is pretty short. I have a feeling it's not. I was averaging 100 episodes for the first 3 regions, and then I hit Kola Peninsula, and it took me 130 episodes. And yeah. Kola Peninsula took me 130. I was hoping I'd get back to 100 episodes with this map, but this region, there was only 2 maps, but some of these deliveries are monstrous, and I also had to learn the map a little bit. With the ice and stuff, it's a little bit harder to learn what truck it is you need to take what road, what trail. These trucks, the 612H Mastodons, I have 2 of them. You cannot put chain tires on these trucks. So the Brigadier, which I was just towing, that has chain tires on it. So if I need to go up a hill, I have to either use the Brigadier or bring the Brigadier with me and have it tow me up the icy slope, which it can do. It's not terribly powerful, but I can drive the Brigadier somewhere and then winch to it and use the winch on it. I did that I used that technique on Kola Peninsula, where I actually did use the Brigadier to tow, which it's got a stronger engine than it looks. And usually icy is not bad, because it's not like using the Brigadier to drag this thing through the mud, it would never do, but to glide this thing up an icy slope, it can handle it. When you're watching this on YouTube, it's going to be the last week of December, I believe. I'm actually recording this middle of November. I'm streaming this middle of November. And it's been nice and warm here for like November 17th, 18th, I don't know what day it is. This past week, it's been sunny and in the 70s, and that's how I like. I actually prefer it to be cloudy in the 70s. But my favorite weather, as I often said, was windy, wet, cool, and cloudy. Not pouring down rain, but, you know, a mist in the air, a good wind blowing. It's like right after a storm, maybe. Or a little drizzly with the wind. Windbreaker weather, good windbreaker weather. Cool, you know, so between 50 and 70 Fahrenheit. And yes, I'm an American. I use Fahrenheit. I use degrees freedom, not those degrees commie. You go. Why don't you go freeze some water and then boil it, and then you'll know what the difference is in temperature. I use the units that 0 is cold and 100 is hot. Human units. You know, I have scientific training, and I think I think that metric units make a lot more sense. in most areas. But I do think degrees Fahrenheit are superior because they're human scale. I live almost exactly within, believe it or not, within walking distance of the 45th parallel, which is halfway between the equator and the North Pole. And I live almost in the geometric center of the pretty large continent of North America, which means I have where I live, we don't get any kind of ocean currents or anything like that affects the temperature. Almost halfway between the pole and the equator, which means the Twin Cities area actually does have, at least for North America, at least for America, we have the most of major American cities. Yeah, I don't need fuel. We have the most diverse weather. So it gets warm here in the summer, over 100 degrees regularly in the summer, and it gets below 0 degrees regular into winter. And so that's like from minimums, that's daytime temperatures. So that's like good. You get just above 100, just below 0. Those are good units for humans, degrees Fahrenheit. I know that 50 degrees is mild and 100 degrees, I'm out of there. I prefer cold over hot. I guess being in Minnesota, that is not shocking. Now it does get below 0 sometimes in the day. It gets below 0 at night. Not too infrequently. But people are shocked that it gets to 100 degrees in the summertime in Minnesota. They don't think of Minnesota as a warm place. But even in September, we have long summers, long winters, and very short spring and falls. And so it'll be in September, middle of September, you think, oh, we're now past summer. It's, fall is the end of September. It'll be after Labor Day. And we'll still get stretches where it's 100 degrees, over 90 degrees. Like, come on, I'm done with this. It's September. What's the matter with you? The leaves should be turning. My windows in this apartment are terrible. They leak, and also I had to go around the air conditioning unit and put some more stuffing in, more insulation. It was early March, like the first week of March this year, and we had a wasp come into the house. They're like, what are you doing out? It's the first week of March, second week of March. I know, it's odd. They're crying out loud. Oh well. Like I said, it's only November. As the time of recording this, you'll get to hear me complain about the winter too, I'm sure. The only time I complain about the winter is when I have to move my car out of the parking lot because they're plowing the snow. The last 2 winters, I think I've had to move my car once per year. Maybe 3 times in the last 2 years, I've had to move my car because there was enough snow to plow the parking lot. Which is not normal, but we were under El Niños. This year, I don't think we're under an El Niño. We were under an El Niño this summer. It was warm, really warm. we're gonna get, I'm expecting a bomb cyclone or whatever they call the big winter storms now. I think that's what it is, a bomb cyclone. I don't know what they call it. Some TV weather person made up some goofy name. Some TV meteorologist made up some goofy name for the polar vortex. That was scary sounding enough, but it wasn't quite scary enough. They had to come up with a new name for a, you know, they can't just call it a blizzard. It's got to be a uber blizzard cyclone bomb vortex. Anyway, it's just a storm. All right, and I am turning this thing around. Once I drop this off, 41 minutes, there'll be enough time to get back and pick up the other stuff. Stop the engine. Deliver. What am I delivering? 2 more concrete slabs. We'll be done with the slabs. Oh, camera. Camera. One thing I don't like about this. Camera. We are delivering 2 more slabs. Blammo and blammo. Slabs go away. And 1 more fuel. And we got 2 fuel sitting on the other truck. And 2 fuel I can pick up at the place where the truck is sitting. Last 2 fuel from that location. Then I'll be done with this this job. Oh, let's stop the engine while I do the map thing. Okay, last little trip to get this thing done. I have to, first of all, turn around and go back this way. I don't think I'm going to get this all done in the 15 minutes that I have. I could YOLO down this hill. If I was in my Rezvani Hercules, I would do it. And I would almost certainly tip over, but I would also almost certainly roll back onto my tires. Because that's how good that thing is. Now, there is a trailer store over by the fuel thing, so I'm not going to worry about getting fuel. I am playing on a normal mode game, so I can refuel at any trailer store just by buying a fuel trailer and then refueling and then selling it right back. Because I can sell back... I can sell back trailers for full price. One thing I think on hard mode, they should let you sell trailers for half price or something, rather than leaving them all around the map. It's messy to leave them around the map, laying around the map when you're done. I take all trailers back. Every trailer I take back. Which, this maintenance trailer is sitting right by the gateway, so I'm not taking that back because I think I might need to drag it over to the new... I will drag it over to the new map. I might need it there when I switch maps. All right, how far can I get along this path? All right, and I am going to... I'm going to somehow maneuver the trailer so I can pick it back up. I'm going to come here to the trailer store, swap trailers, come through the woods, and back this way. Get up there. I'll probably just take the trailer with me because I can turn the trailer around. All right. Pointing north. There's my path. Let's highlight something else so I can escape. Take your screenshots now. That's how I'm going to get from where I am to the trailer store. And I will get this trailer turned around, and it'll probably be about time for me to get a new about time to get a new. I love this trailer, but it's not as easy to turn around, believe it or not, as one of those other trailers that are impossible to turn around because the wheels don't. I mean, the wheels turn and the hitch turns, and so it's ridiculous to try to turn around. That's actually easier to turn around, and I'll tell you why. It's because you can just attach the trailer and then drag it around with your winch. It's a cheat code. It's the cheat code for turning those kind of trailers around. Yeah, I did a terrible job. I tried to turn it while I was going. I should have just straightened it all the way. Nobody needs this. That thing was in the way. Kindling, it's cold here. Somebody needs the kindling. There, I made the kindling for you, right there. You guys, with the Canadian flag. You're welcome. Now you can start your fires. You're back! Hey squirrel, how's it going? I saw an albino squirrel. I was out for a walk yesterday. Those are pretty rare, but not like museum rare. I think I may have seen one before other time in my life. But yes, an all-white albino squirrel. I wasn't close enough to see its pink eyes, but it was definitely an albino squirrel. I also thought this past summer that I saw a ringtail squirrel. Now that is... I can't believe, I've never heard of that. I can't believe that that's a thing. But it was a squirrel, and I thought it had like a lemur's tail. Around here, we used to have black squirrels. And farther up north, red squirrels. And black squirrels and red squirrels are almost extinct in America because they've been taken over by gray squirrels, which are an invasive species in these parts. So, back when I came here as a young adult, there were black squirrels everywhere, and I thought it was amazing. I came from farther east where there were always gray squirrels. But now I look around the same areas where I would always see black squirrels. They're all gray squirrels now. All you see is gray squirrels. No red squirrels. My one roommate, she's from up north. They used to have red squirrels there. I think they still have some red squirrels, but gray squirrels were taken over. It's sad. I did see there's a lake, small lake, that I like to walk to. It's kind of divided. Part of it goes through a golf course, and then part of it is out. You know, there's like drainage, so the water flows. I guess it's the same lake, but I couldn't find a name for it on the map, so I just said it's Mini Gumi, because Gitchy Gumi means big water, referring to Lake Superior. So it was small water, Mini Gumi. Anyway, I guess it has a more proper name. But I saw a pair of otters. Pretty sure they're otters, based on their behavior and their colors that I could see. First time I've seen otters there. I started walking around there in the spring. I used to walk south, but when I started walking north from where I live, by the lakes. There's lakes everywhere in Minnesota, in case you haven't heard. But yeah, they have box turtles, and they have all kinds of waterfowl and otters. There's one family of otters. Thankfully, they don't have beavers because Everything would get dammed up. The golf course would not be happy, but they'll put up with the otters. And geese, lots of ducks. I saw a lot of ducks, mallard ducks, and the state bird of Minnesota is the loon. You don't see them down here, but in the cities area, but you see them up north, on the lakes up north. They've got red eyes. They look crazy. They look mad. It is actually around here. I'm gonna get more kindling. Yeah, they're waterfowl, kind of like ducks, a little bit bigger. They got scary red eyes. Super scary red eyes. So, yeah, I love the Twin Cities. I love Minnesota. I've been around all of Minnesota. Yeah, I love the Twin Cities area. I love lots of lakes, bicycling around the lakes. Wonderful. Yeah, I'm quiet now because I'm just picturing, I'm just imagining it. I've never been ice fishing. I don't think I've ever been fishing in Minnesota. I'm not fishing. I'm an inner city kid. I'm surprised they let me out to be around any lakes, actually, even in the inner cities. You're within walking distance of some lake somewhere. I did not have my lights on. The lights were off and nobody was home. Anyway. I love our new state flag. Some people don't like the fact that we got a new state flag. Look it up, Minnesota state flag, a new one. It has the North Star on it, or a representation of the North Star. And it's got a field that I haven't seen on any other map. It's the left of the map has like an inverted pennant-like sign. It almost looks like the shape of Minnesota. It's meant to be stylized shape of the state with the North Star on it, and then it has a bicolor. That's dark blue, and it has a bicolor horizontal stripes on the rest of the map, which originally they were talking about tricolor, where they were going to have white, light blue, and green to represent, like, or light blue on the top, white and green, and the white was to represent the snow. They decided instead to just go with light blue and green for the sky and the ground. Maybe they could have had a dashed line of white, because then half the time there's snow on the ground, half the time there isn't. Anyway, I do like the flag. From a vexillological standpoint, it's really nice. Vexillology is the study of flags, and it checks all the boxes. It's unique. It doesn't have any small lettering on it like a whole flag had. It can be seen from a distance, limited number of colors. Even if it, if it's non-windy and it's hanging from a pole, you can still recognize it. All those kind of checks all the boxes. I am into vexillology, and who wouldn't be? Study of flags and heraldry, technically. I used to be able to recognize all the national flags and most of the U.S. state, all the 200 or about 200 UN nations, recognized nations flags, and some historic flags, and most of the U.S. state flags, except there were so many state flags that looked like the old Minnesota state flag, where it was a dark blue field with a seal on it that had some stuff on the seal, like a circular center section that there was no way of knowing which flag was which, because the only difference was what was on the seal. Anyway. But there are people who protest the fact that, why did you need to change the flag? The change was great. The flag was great. It's perfect the way it is. It's our flag. I might be a boomer, but I'm still open to some change. Anyway. It is amazing, though, that we did get consensus to change the flag. I still have to look up if we officially changed, because nothing says the Gopher State on it anymore, which used to be our official state motto. I think they've changed it to the North Star State, because that's what it says on everything now. Well, I'm at 56 minutes, which means I gotta wrap this up, and I'm at a good stopping point right here while I decide what I'm going to do with this trailer so I can get fuel. So let me stop the engine and get the truck turned around. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. I'm just there. Quick break and I'll be right back. I got another 3 hours to go. If you're watching on YouTube, though, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. The next episode will be the next weekday at noon U.S. Central Time, which is midnight in the UK, usually, and yet almost never noon the next day in New Zealand. Depends on the time of year. Thanks to Daylight Savings Time. Thanks to all of you for watching. Twitch, again, stick around. YouTube next episode. I will see you then.